All right, folks, are you ready? Are you ready for another classic episode of Late Night with Brian Wecht with me, Brian Wecht, and my pal, Leighton Gray? Yeah, you are. Or maybe you're not. I don't want to speak for you. Honestly, there's so much going on this month, I don't even know where to start. I'm on tour. I'm opening for the band Pinback with Hasco Enjoyment, so a little West Coast tour. A couple dates left if you're on the West Coast, so check that out. And also, of course, patreon.com/Leighton Night. Go support the show over there. That's how we keep everything running. And if you do the $5 a month or more tier, you get mini episodes, but any tier gets you video episodes pretty much every week, ad-free versions, all that great stuff. Hey, enjoy this one. All right, cats and kittens, what's meowing?
How you mewing?
Oh yeah, well, that's my secret, Leighton. I'm always mewing.
Me too. Discovering
yes,
that
please.
mewing was a thing was so disorienting because I went to the subreddit.
Weird.
I saw people talking about it, but it still was not clear. God, the annoying news keeps going. It still was not clear I was like, what is it? I'm on this subreddit for this thing. I don't understand what you're talking about. Anyway, finding out that I've just been mewing my entire life.
Mew right now. That's what the people want to see. Yeah.
I'm doing it every time I've ever been on camera or on
Patreon.com/Leighton
mic.
Night, everybody. Live mewing.
Every time that I've ever, that's just where my tongue rests. That's where it lives.
Wait, what is it? It's putting it on the roof of your mouth?
Yeah.
And that's supposed to define your jawline or something stupid like that, right?
Yeah. And look at how fucking
Oh, no. It's just chiseled.
chiseled, indeed.
Yeah.
No, wait, where does your tongue... I feel like I'm walking into
Anywhere it
something.
wants to, baby.
Where does your tongue rest inside your mouth?
Oh, that's a much more complicated question, but a
course it
lot
is.
more legal, I might add. Let's see. Let me think. Is it just hovering in the middle all the time? Wait, hold on. That feels wrong.
Yeah, because the moment you bring up
I guess it is
position of your
against the roof
tongue
of
in
my
your
mouth. Yeah, now I can't,
Yeah. It makes you unable to deal with it normally. It's like trying to think of a song while another song is playing.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it is against the roof of my mouth. I guess it is. Huh. But for mewing, you're like pressing it, right?
Are you?
I thought...
Maybe you are. Maybe
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
as well informed on
I don't
mewing,
have-
but I'm also doing that.
I don't have a PhD in mewing, Leighton, in mewology. Muons, though, yes. Which is a kind of subatomic particle.
Mewology is the new science that Dan Brown will be getting to in
Oh,
his
yeah.
forthcoming book.
Do you know what a muon is?
No. What is a muon?
It's like a heavier electron. So it's very
Is it-
similar to an electron.
MUON?
MUON, yeah. Yep. So it's basically like a heavier electron, more or less.
Cool. Would
But
you say
it
like
decays. But it decays.
I'm decaying all the time. I'm mewing. I'm decaying.
Yeah.
Getting
living a dream.
annoying text messages with things that fuck up my plans and my schemes.
Yes, your schemes, your famous feminine schemes.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't have to make it gendered, but they are
said
very
that's-
feminine schemes.
That's my brand now. I'm
Yeah?
gendering everything.
Oh.
It's gonna
That's
be
going to
really fun.
engender a sense of resentment in our audience. Am I fucking right, everybody?
That's very nice.
Give me
Yes.
5. Welcome to Late Night with Brian Wecht. It's actually night right now, and I'm Leighton Gray. That's Brian Wecht, and the
up, big
allegations won't stop coming. So,
I love allegations. They're just allegations. They could be true or not. Right. And you can look. You can't spell allegation without leg.
God, so true, King.
Right.
You're not
Yeah.
wrong. You're
But
not
I don't see a
wrong.
BAW anywhere in there. It's wide open.
BAW. Oh, it's
there-
it's your initials. Ball.
My initials.
Because
Yeah.
your body, you're balling.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What are words that have that string in them? Yes, body and balling.
Bottle.
Ball. Bottle. Isn't that BAU?
I don't know,
Is
but
it? What does that mean?
it's like Wordle, but with Brian. To spend time. No, that's dawdle. Okay, never mind. I just made one
Bauble.
up.
I've never heard that, actually.
No, I just made that up.
Okay, because I think I was thinking bauble.
The bulbul.
So you were about to bless us with one of your patented hot takes, I believe.
Yeah, I was actually. So I think this mildly ruins it because you've seen this before, but moment while I get the evidence. Today's a very special day. It's a holiday for some goddamn reason.
Yeah.
It's Columbus Day. And
Columbus, by the way, I learned a thing reading this Jane Borden book, Cults Like Us. Columbus was not just a monster. He actively wanted to bring about the end of the world so that, Jesus would come again. So a lot of his motivation was like not just genocide by accident, but like very much on purpose. He was raising money to, I think, move. What is it? Did the Jews all have to be in Jerusalem or something like that? And he was like raising money to do something like that. That's why he wanted to be rich, is so he could use the money to bring about the end of the world. And he was just like, he said this explicitly.
He was
times.
ahead of his time, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to send you something because I was going through my files and I need you to act like you haven't seen this before because
I've never seen this before. How was that?
Can I get another read?
I mean,
can I get another take?
I've never seen this before.
Okay, that's good.
I've never seen this before. This is something I've never seen. What? What's this? Okay, here we go. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This is wonderful. I did forget about this. Do you want me to read this?
Yeah, I would like you to describe and read it because I think it's funnier if you do. And the date's important.
Well, tell us the context, first of all.
I was doing that thing where you're cleaning and then you find something you haven't seen in a while and you're like, yeah, I'm going to sit and look at this instead of clean for an extended period of time.
But this is from when?
This is from a daily notebook that I had to keep when I was in third grade. No, not third grade, fifth grade.
Because you are 10. It's October 15th, 07, so you're 10 years old.
It is, yeah.
And
we would get a prompt and we would have to write on the prompt.
All right. So let's see. Now, I am dealing with child handwriting here, but I'll do my best. Columbus's discovery was very, hold on, I have to make this smaller, very bad. Bad, all caps underlined. I know the topic was, what's good about his discovery? Hold on. Well, what's that saying? Sorta. Okay. If we are talking about now, then, I am very thankful to be here! Exclamation point. I'm sorry for that. I have to it. Let me see if I can do this better. Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm flipping my phone. I'm going to start this over to get a better read on it. What? I've never seen this before. October 15th, 07. Columbus's discovery was very bad. I know the topic was what's good about his discovery. Well, sorta. If we're talking about now, then, I am very thankful to be here. Or to be here, I guess you would say. But that's not my point. The point is, by going to America and showing other people, Europeans, they drove and killed the Indians out. The things I have learned about Columbus in past grades are, that Columbus was the only one of many who believed the world is round. This has proved to be false. I am really not crazy about Columbus. And then below this, there's... What is this? A
bad,
picture of? Is
approximation.
It a dog food? Oh no, it's a headband.
Yeah, it's like the kinds of really progressive headbands they make you make when you're a child in the 2000s.
Yeah, it's like a paper strip with some
which we probably did as a craft
that
day.
And then there's a tombstone that says, "May the Indians who were killed rest in peace," symbol.
But it's not a peace symbol. It's missing the middle line.
Yes,
so isn't that like the
is.
fucking Chrysler logo?
Something like that, yeah. And then there's a grave that just says R.I.P. Wow.
Woke and based,
Fantastic.
Actually.
Yeah, this is great. 10-year-old Layden.
Yeah.
Good handwriting for a 10-year-old.
Thank you. Yeah, going through it, I was like, damn, this is very legible. And I was doing bits. And also, there's accidentally really horrifying information in these, as described in The Innocence of a Child.
Yep. That's great. Do you remember writing this at all?
No.
No.
I didn't remember any of these. Yeah, so they always kind of came as a shock to me. It's weird, like, the things you fixate on as a child becomes clear going through my early writings. I was really into sushi, like not even specific rock stars, but the concept of rock stars. Money, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Rockstar's Money and Sushi sounds like my fucking life. Am I
Yeah,
right?
a day in the life of Brian Wecht is what I was describing. Cooking shows, specifically Ace of Cakes, like a really laser focused Ace of Cakes thing, and Webkins and using the computer. Like that was kind of my
I'm into webcams
wheelhouse.
too. Like I make a lot of money that way.
I know you are. I know
Yeah.
you are. You know, I was just rewatching the scene from Better Call Saul where Jimmy is explaining to the cops squat cobbler. What a masterful scene. It's so fucking good.
Yeah. You know about my webcam channel, right? It's called Tummy Time, and it's just a close up on its waist up to mid chest. And it's just
Yeah.
me like doing little dances, and I'll turn around sometimes, but never
Whoa.
never
But that's not
180.
tummy time.
Listen, will you fucking listen to me? 90 degrees to either side, not a 180. Okay? So it is tummy time. Thank you very much. They don't see the full back. Not dead
That
on.
costs
They'll
extra.
see. Yeah, they'll see it from from the side, which you can still see the tummy. Right. And then I get the usual requests, rub stuff on it, pinch this, shave that, the usual, like, stuff tummy
Tummy time
influencers.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tummy time stuff, Okay, can you get, so what I like to do occasionally is I have a segment called Guess the Tongue, and I'll spread an edible on my tummy and get someone from off screen, just like, so you can see like this much of them to come in from the side and lick it off. You have to guess whose tongue it is. And it's always an A-list celebrity.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, because they follow the channel, of course.
They do. They're big heads.
Yeah, but yeah. So it's kind of a side hustle, but I think it's actually, it's pretty lucrative these days.
It's
So it might
becoming
have-
the main hustle. People want tummy time.
Yeah. So, yeah, the trick is like, it's hard to please everybody, although not pleasure everybody, of course. And you never, some people want one thing, some people want others, some people want more definition, some people want less definition.
Lo-fi
And-
tummy time. Yeah,
that's exactly right. Some people want more rubbing. Nobody wants less rubbing. But anyway, it's, I've started doing focus groups.
The life of a tumfluencer.
Yeah, that's me. Anyway, by the way, we've talked about how Audrey loves this album, The Life of a Showgirl.
No, we haven't. Oh, do we have to talk about Taylor Swift?
That's what we do here. It's Taylor time with Leighton and Brian.
Go back to people like licking licking substances off your stomach. I would rather talk about that than Taylor Swift.
I did actually. That clears up a common misconception. They don't necessarily lick it off. Sometimes they lick it in, which creates. It means I have to clean myself a little more thoroughly, but the audience does seem to enjoy it.
Would mewing be counterintuitive to training for the A-list celebrities who listen to this show, of which there are many?
Many.
Should they be mewing in preparation?
Oh yeah. No, you got to mew.
Or should they be woofing?
Well, we could define woofing. Go. It's where you rest your tongue on the bottom of your mouth.
No. The tongue is not inside the mouth. Its tongue is out at all times. That's woofing. It's like a dog. That's why it's woofing.
I
Because
like
they're
that.
panting.
Right.
No, I'm
It's
not
to-
going to demonstrate.
No,
you
no,
fucking
you shouldn't.
freaks.
You shouldn't. But what does it do? So mewing, strengthens your jawline. Woofing does
I think
what?
it like. I'm trying to physically do it without doing it.
Oh, I know what it does. It defines. It's not your jawline. It's your chin. It's to give you more
Yeah.
chin definition.
If
right?
you want to get the Sigma
Yeah.
meal, you got to do mewing and you got to do woofing. Rest day,
Yeah.
don't skip mew day.
And what's the other thing idiots do? Is they put tape over their mouth when they sleep or something? Haven't you heard about this?
What's that do?
It's something about, I think, and I
So the
could be
bugs
wrong.
don't get in?
It's something about like helping you process oxygen more efficiently or some bullshit.
I would suffocate in 10 seconds. I'm a
yeah.
mouth breather
Oh.
through and through.
Yeah, same. one of the many things my mouth does. Many.
I know that people get the like straws that aren't a stick, where it's sort of like a
Like the crazy straw?
no, it's like it's almost like a cannula shape, because it's like it's curved and then it has a little slot, and you like sip it, and it's so you don't, because you're like,
Oh yeah. If you don't want to ruin your lipstick.
not even to ruin your lipstick, it's so you don't get lines. Suppose who fucking gives a
All
shit?
bullshit. It's such bullshit.
God.
Yeah. Well, at least finally the health of our country is in good hands with my boy Bob.
Well, mewing, woofing, and not Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that's what we do. And now, let's see, you had some hot takes on I think you wanted to get at. Is that correct?
You said you wanted this to be an hour so you wouldn't have to, you know, do too much editing. But there's your one. You can't leave that in.
Why not? It's about you. No, yes, of course I'll edit that out. Timestamp 1618. Great.
Nice. Wow, it's the same year that Columbus. No, it's not.
Well, okay, I have a question. The school thing reminded me. Can you think of a petty injustice from like grade school, in school, that has stayed with you? Because I absolutely can.
Well, you should go first.
Okay, here's mine. When I think it was first grade, might have been second. They had some like, was there a play for Alice in Wonderland, or the school was reading the book or something like that, and it was like it was a school-wide contest to design a poster to promote the play, just like a 11 by 17 poster. And in art class I did one which was like a big Cheshire cat face. It said Alice in Wonderland. Now look, I'm not the world's greatest illustrator, top 5 probably, but not the world's greatest.
Fair enough.
And so I drew my thing, and then a girl in my class walked by me. This was like in art class. Walked by me, was like, I like that. Copied it exactly and won. And oof. I mean, do I have any actual memory of what hers looked like versus what mine looked like? By the way,
Doesn't matter.
Looked a lot like the I'm the Kitty.
I was going to bring that up.
Looked a lot like that. But I was like, and then I went up to the teacher. I was like, I can't remember exactly who it was. I'm going to say it was Kelly. Don't remember. I was like, Kelly just copied my thing. And the art teacher, obviously having heard this exact thing before, went, well, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. And I'm like, fuck you. And honestly, if it hadn't been then for the enter it into a contest and win thing, I probably wouldn't have given it a second thought.
Yeah, no, but she won. That's bullshit.
I know.
You should take her to court now.
Yeah, right now.
40 years later?
Think of the interest.
The tort case.
Yeah. So that's the first one that occurs to me, is girl copied my art poster and won a contest with it.
Very similar one to you is that when I was, the thing is that I have so many of these, and one of them is like a conspiracy
I'm
against
excited.
child Leighton. Anyway, this one always stands out to me because second grade we were learning about elections. It was probably, like I was doing the math. It was like an election year probably.
So let's say 97. Second grade is your 7.
Yeah.
So 2004.
Yeah. Well,
right.
This is unrelated to the story I'm about to tell, but
Bush
also,
Kerry.
Yes.
Right.
This is separate from the story I was going to tell. We got each assigned a president that it was like they would give us the printout face, and then we had to make like a body and arms and legs, and then our paper about them would go in the middle. Mm-hmm. I got Richard Nixon, and the way I had to do it, because I went overboard, was that I wrote so much that you had to like open his jacket and then it would like comically unfurl.
That's amazing.
Good old tricky dick. Anyway, second grade election is happening, we hold elections so we can learn about
elections?
the process.
Like, wait. You mean you did a mock presidential election or like a class president election?
Like a class president election, so we could understand the process.
Second grade, fuck.
I know you wouldn't. It wasn't an actual role. It was just like the bragging rights of you won, and so we had to like campaign and give a speech. And I was also running for president, and then this other girl, Vicky.
And this is pre-Hillary, so this would have been historic.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, my opponent, Vicky. The day that we were voting, after we've all campaigned and done our speeches, Vicky's parents were really wealthy, and this was like an obnoxious thing about her, which made the auspices of her inviting you to her birthday parties awesome. However,
because they had a cool house and a pool and blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
she had like a stage in her house because she was into acting. And then her mom said that we couldn't be friends anymore because my parents got divorced. That wasn't part of the election,
God.
but
wow, that sucks shit.
guess whose parents later got divorced?
Finally, justice.
Anyway, the morning that we're polling and that we're going to vote, she shows up with a fucking basket of not a regular size Smarties, but enough max, like the big ones.
Yeah.
For every kid in the class. And that's when I finally understood. That's how I first learned how politics works. Because obviously she won.
That should have been illegal, but of course it was. This was post Citizens United, so.
Yeah. Well,
and she had a super PAC.
And then she started
like
a rumor.
Super backpack that she brought to second grade with the Smarties in it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then in middle school, she started a rumor that I was bulimic. So that was cool. Thanks, Vicky.
What the hell was Vicky? What was Vicky awful? So did you go through high school with Vicky?
No, only through middle school. But
was she bad up until the end of middle school?
Yeah, but I didn't have to deal with her as much. Memories.
Yeah. Wow. She sounds like a winner.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many other good stories that are too specific that I can't tell.
Come on, give us something else here. I'll do another one while you're thinking. We had to make like travel posters for destinations. I think this is third grade for me.
Okay.
And I had recently been on a family trip to DC. So I did a poster which was like, visit Washington, DC. And much like a real travel poster or thing at the time, there was a box for flyers, which I took all the flyers I had collected from my trip and put them in the thing. And just like a real poster, because verisimilitude is like my whole deal, I wrote, take one. And of course, kids took them all, and I was inconsolable.
Womp womp.
Because these were my souvenirs from my trip. And I was like, but the poster would have said, take one. And if I didn't write take one, it wouldn't have looked like a real poster.
Oh.
So.
They defied the social contract.
But they just did what I fucking told them to do.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I don't think it's on them for following instructions.
Another similar poster related one is that in my
both of mine were posters.
Third grade like SAGE or whatever the gifted I feel like the quote unquote gifted program went through a million names. But in my SAGE class we had to write like
in LA it's GATE. Gifted and talented something.
Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss.
Yeah.
I can't believe that they still use gifted in the name. That's kind of crazy to me because that seems like the most problematic verbiage.
Now how they define gifted is much broader.
Yeah, of course it is. But
yeah. Anyway.
We had to write a short story and do like a little illustration, and we were to put it on a poster board that would be like displayed. I don't know why we had to put a short story on a big poster board, but we did. And when I wrote my story was about like, I think we had just read from the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankweiler.
It was fourth grade for us.
Nice. God, that book is a banger.
I don't remember it, except they were in a museum at night.
Yeah, they're just hanging out. Yeah, they live in the museum, and it's awesome, and they're defacing priceless artifacts.
When we would visit that museum, because it was at the Natural History Museum or the Met?
It was the Met.
The Met, okay. Yeah, I mean, we went there all the time on field trips.
I thought it was so smart that they put their clothes in their instrument cases and left the instruments at home. But we just read that, and so my story was like a couple of girls get stuck in a mall overnight. But at some point in the story, like one of the girls
didn't dream like that, but it was a sex mall.
I want to say described to me a sex mall, but let me get into this.
Oh, you wouldn't believe the food court.
The free samples.
Yeah.
Anyway, one of the characters gets hurt. They get bonked on the head and knocked out. I don't remember if it was one of my parents or the teacher, but they were upset about the violence in the story. And so half my poster board was the story, and then the larger bottom half was in massive letters, disclaimer, like these characters are fictional and no one was actually injured. There was like more space for the snotty disclaimer.
Yes. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's followed me through into my adult life 20 years later.
I love that.
Yeah, I was a little asshole, but I think the one time that I was always the victim in every situation, always, because that's how it works. Anyway, my third grade teacher, for this grade, we were in trailers instead of the main school. Third grade, it was all trailers. Each trailer was a different teacher's classroom. I don't know what this fucking lady's problem was to this day, but she was like a youngish, like blonde.
It's your third grade teacher.
Third grade teacher. Yeah. And from like day one, she hated me. She didn't hate anybody else, just me. And over the summer, I had just lost my great grandmother and then also my Nana to cancer, and my parents got divorced and my friends moved away. That is what I was coasting on age 7
which
into
of those
age
were
8.
your fault?
Litigation's still ongoing.
Okay, great.
So all of that had just happened, and I skated into third grade with this teacher who hates me for no reason.
Oh my God, poor
and she
you.
would consistently pick on me in front of everybody, was super critical of like my papers and everything that I wanted to do. But the two incidents that stand out most, one of which is that my best friend and I, who was a guy, we would pass notes back and forth before class, but we would do it by crumpling up a piece of paper and putting it on each other's desks so it looks like trash, and that was
cute.
fun.
Yeah.
And there was one morning where I got one and then I put it in my backpack. And she must have seen me do this, and my backpack was open on the hook.
It was ringing a bell.
She's in the middle of teaching and then like giving a lecture and like visibly takes it out of my backpack, opens the door to the outside to read it, says nothing, puts it back, comes back in and continues speaking, which is a level of psychological warfare that's like, why? But the other one was that we did the little, like, you grow a pea plant in a little cup under a heating.
Audrey literally just brought home a plant she grew in a cup today.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But we had it all under the lamps, and it was next to the bean bags. Anyway, I tripped over the bean bags and I knocked all of our pea plants and the light over. And this teacher was like, "Everyone thank Leighton for ruining our project."
What?
And then I went and cried in the bathroom.
Of course. What a horrible person.
Yeah, I never... And like...
Oh, is there...
At some point in the beginning of the year, my mom went in to talk to her because I was having like the natural behavioral issues you would expect from a child who had just had a bunch of shit happen to them.
Yeah.
And my mom told her, and then the teacher was like, "Well, we're all going through a lot right now."
What? Oh my God. That is... Oh.
It was amazing.
That's unimaginable.
Yeah. Also, not to absolve myself during that meeting where I was also there, at a certain point, I got up and I ran out of the room into the playground, into the woods, because I was like not here for it.
No.
Not the only time that ever happened.
Yeah. Some people, that's the kind of thing where it's like, why'd you become a teacher? You just going to pick a kid to hate? Also, this child is, let's say, 20 years younger than you, and an actual baby
and an idiot, and also a really good student.
Yeah, right. That's terrible. I'm trying to... Did I have any...
Did you have a
elementary
teacher
school
that hated you?
teachers. I was trying to think. No, not a teacher. I had a camp counselor. I think I've told this story. Have I told this story on the show?
Calling your parents to pick you up because kids were smoking cigarettes?
No, that is different. That was a
Okay.
overnight with my Boy Scout troop. This story. Okay, I'll tell this story. So I went to this camp called Camp Dudley, which is still in operation. I believe the oldest continuously operated boys camp in America.
Wow.
Overall, I had a great experience there. I don't want to say negative things about Camp Dudley. Right on Lake Champlain in New York State. Beautiful place. Very formative for me in many, many ways, not the least of which was they had a jazz program there. That is what really got me into jazz. Or they had like a music program and a big band. And the guy
Nice.
running the big band was like a real jazz trumpet player. And I'll talk about that more later, maybe. But so I went there. You can start. It's like the first year you can go is when you're 10 and a half, and then they have 4 years of camp, and then you become a counselor. So it's like 10 and a half to 11 and a half, 11 to 12. So I went when I was 10 and a half for 1 month. You could go for 1 month, either like, let's say, I don't know, it's like July or August, or both July and August, roughly speaking. So I went for the first month and I loved it. I had the time of my life. My first big trip away from home for any extended period. My parents came up once, I think, in that. Big deal for me. Made some good friends. It's a whole thing. So I was like, the next year, I want to go back for the whole summer. I want to I had such a great time. I want to go back. And they group you into cabins, and my cabin counselor, my second year, the years were called Cubs, Plebes, Juniors, and Seniors. So my my plebe year, all like many of these summer camps, it's like vaguely militaristic. My plebe year, they put me in this cabin, and the main counselor, there are 3 counselors in each cabin: a main counselor, a junior counselor, and an aide. And the aide is like a 16-year-old, junior counselor is like 17, regular counselor is 18 and up. The main counselor was like the jockiest, broiest, frattiest dude, definitely in college, and from the get-go, fucking hated me.
Of course,
I was a nerd. I was not good at sports. Every day was like, generally speaking, there was a lot of sports at this camp. All I wanted to do was the jazz program. They had a good theater program. I was in plays and stuff. I wanted to do the art stuff, and I had nothing in common with this guy. I was a big overweight kid, and he just thought I was human trash because I couldn't do any of the sports well, and all I cared about was the arts. And this guy was definitely like frat dude. Pat. I remember his name was Pat. And
get him.
I don't even remember his last name. But the other 2 counselors were awesome. Very chill guys, very sweet. And they could tell that I was having a rough summer because I just this guy fucking hated me and he made my life miserable.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm having a rough summer, and they did this thing, which is actually a really great tradition, is every, I think, Sunday, they would bring the campers out one by one with your counselors, and you just talk about how your week was going. And about 2 weeks in, they bring me out from my meeting, and I'm in hell. I'm having the worst summer I've ever had in my life. And, counselors talk to me, and Pat's like, so, Brian, you're not having a great time this year, I can tell. What's the problem? And I said, and I remember being like, should I say it? I guess I should say it. I was like, the problem's you. I can tell you don't like me, and you're really making this a hard time for me. And then there was a long pause, and I forget what else happened, but I got sent back to the cabin. Not in punishment. It was just my time. And then afterwards, one of the other counselors pulled me aside, and they were like, Pat was fucking furious when you told him that. Like, he was mad, and he screamed at us about it. And I called my parents. I was like, I have to go. I can't take this for a whole summer. I have to go home now. And instead of saying the 2 months, which they had paid for, and I don't know if they got a deposit back, they picked me up at the end of 1 month, which was even more than I wanted to stay. I wanted to leave then and there. Somehow I stuck it out for a whole month.
Oh my God. In the same
and then came
cabin
home.
with this
Same
motherfucker?
Cabin, same cabin with this guy. Yep. And that was like, that's the guy who hated me. And that it's worse than school in a sense, because you literally can't escape the guy. You're
also there to have fun.
And you're there to have fun. And there's so many great things. It's on this beautiful lake, and they've got boating and swimming and all this great stuff. But he fucked my entire summer up.
But how brave of baby Brian to say that to his face. That's
very uncharacteristic too. Very I mean, I was not a good with conflict as a kid. Now I thrive on it. It's like my whole deal now. But I still can't believe I said that at 11 years old and at the absolute height of my dorkiness, like shyness.
Were you super introverted and shy? Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You know what's interesting? I think most of our friends were really introverted as kids.
I think that's true. I mean, many still are as adults.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I mean, now I don't think of myself as an introvert at all anymore.
Oh, no. You're like the most extroverted person I know.
For me, that was a conscious change somewhere in, I don't know, maybe middle school. I was like, I need to be more extroverted. What if I pretended I was? Oh, and then...
Badass. Well, yeah, I think that is literally what you have to do, because I think similar, but I think mine was... I was introverted until I was outside of my childhood home for reasons that who could possibly guess why someone who is scared of everyone and shy all the time being outside of that environment suddenly is like, oh, I can have a personality.
Right.
Which is what happened. So here I am now. I am certainly as I've said many times on the show, the classical definition of introvert of, do you hear that car alarm?
Actually, no. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, when I turn up the volume, I can.
Soak it up.
These mics are pretty good at filtering, these SM7s, yeah.
They are. What was I telling you? Oh, just like I like being around people, and I think I'm pretty outgoing.
Yeah, I think you are.
It's just that, like, if I am around people too long, I explode, and I need to be alone most of the time.
Yes, when the well runs dry, it's done, and you need to regroup. I am not like that at all.
That's crazy to me. I can't imagine
the opposite. I am energized by being around others, because
maybe
other people, those are people you can
point.
bother, right? If there are people around you, you can annoy them, and that's fun.
You do derive energy from that, like a psychic vampire.
Thank you. Yes. No, I really do. I am much happier when I'm around others.
I'm also happier around others. It's just I need to go to my hole and be in my hole afterwards to... Because otherwise, if I hit
my
the
hole's
bottom,
for something else.
If I hit the bottom,
it's a good eye roll.
Thanks. If I hit the bottom, then I revert back into like scared panic attack introvert, as like how I was as a child. So like there's a threshold where if I hit the bottom, I'm done, and I become that like awful feeling that you're describing, where like everyone else is having a good time and you're miserable, and like how isolating and like shitty that feels.
Yes.
Of like, what's wrong with me that I can't have a good time, and also this guy hates me.
Yes. I like that. I know you well enough now where I can tell when you're putting it on, like when you are acting extroverted.
Yes.
And it doesn't feel fake. I just know you well enough to know,
you know
that,
the tell.
Oh, this is not the Leighton I usually talk to.
It's also like I can tell when you're being passive aggressive. When you're doing it as a bit, and when you're really being passive aggressive but disguising it as a bit.
When have you seen me be actually passive aggressive to someone? Because I only do that when I'm really pissed off. I'm trying to remember. I don't have seen it.
Not when you're doing it to someone's face, but when you're talking about a situation or a person and you're being passive aggressive. Yeah.
I definitely at some point.
Because you can't be aggressive about it. It just comes out like that. And I know when it's a bit and when it's not a bit.
Yes.
Even if you're trying to make it sound like a bit.
Right. Yes. Yeah, definitely. When a switch flips, I'm just like, oh, yeah, I will get. I'm not too proud to say that occasionally that switch does flip, and then I'm not my best self.
That's every human alive. I don't think it's a bad thing to admit that, because similarly, I will put up with a like too much bullshit, and that's a thing that I've really had to work on. But once you put me over the line, if you have put me over the line, you have given me so much shit that you have earned this.
That is generally true. Although I will say, I hope I can say this without sounding like an asshole, being a, sort of a public figure, you got to be real fucking careful with this stuff. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because if that switch flips and you're in public, and then, I mean, certainly I'm not big enough
not
that
a thing that I
people
would
know who I am. But I have been in situations where I guarantee you, whenever I go out of the house and I look like hot trash, I will get stopped by a fan who's like, Ninja Brian. I'm like, I haven't shaved in 4 days, and I'm wearing.
Yeah, but you're talking about going
shorts.
off on people.
No, but I am saying if you're like in like a customer service situation where they're being awful to you, I always think, if I do get passive aggressive, which again doesn't happen that much, only once or twice a day, then if you're in public, I always think, wait, I really can't do this, because remember, someone might like be watching this, be like, Ninja Brian's such an asshole right now.
So I see what you're saying. Yeah. But also I'm trying to think about like when customer service people have been shitty to me, which is like, and maybe I'm just better now at that. Like if they're in a bad mood, and obviously in a bad mood, I'm like,
100%. No, I go out of my way to be a model customer and etc. Like I really, it takes a lot.
The difference between the two gas stations I buy cigarettes at is, one, I know the girl at the counter really well, and I come in and she's like, hey girl. And then the other one I've been seeing for years, she does not fuck with me.
Just nothing.
Yeah, just nothing.
It happens sometimes.
It's fine. Like, who cares? I'm not entitled to a relationship with this person, but I definitely go to the one where the girl is friendly way more, because some mornings I'm like, I can't bear the shame.
No, yeah. It is embarrassing when you're at a place every day for like years, and you walk in, they're like, hey, what? Like they've never seen you before.
Yeah. No, and I go to my Starbucks to pick up my thing, and they're like, hey, Leighton.
I like...
Embarrassing.
I think that's great. I have to say, now that I am a 50-year-old man, we can spot each other in the wild, and there is a certain camaraderie when one middle-aged man is interacting with another middle-aged man, where, there's a certain like immediate bond where it's like, all right, hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's not always a good one, because a lot of times it's some dude who, literally, this is something that happens.
Hey, don't you love catcalling college girls?
I mean, not far from it. You know my favorite story about this, which I can't tell.
Yes, I do.
But being a male presenting person, someone will talk to you about sports a lot. And I never know what to, I usually just laugh and agree. Yeah. Oh, hell of a game.
Well, that's me when 20-something women try to talk to me about Taylor Swift or astrology, and those things I just picked make me sound like a not like other girls douchebag. They're just two things I have zero interest in.
For a second, I really did think you were talking about the number of women, not the age. Like when a pack of 20-something
like when 20 women accost you to talk about Taylor Swift, yeah.
Have you heard Life of a Showgirl? Guys, one at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got... Yeah, there's something about the lived-in weariness of a middle-aged man that I
love it.
I mean,
I'll get to this with my with my peaches, but in the project that I'm working on, I'm like, I gotta stop putting weary middle-aged men into this because I like writing them too much.
It's such a fun archetype.
It's like,
especially it's every parent. Once you have a kid and you're like, oh my God, please. Just like, spare me one day of this.
Yeah, it's like, I gotta stop writing this character who's basically Mike Ehrmantraut fan fiction. That's just who he is, and I can't lose the voice. It's just him, and I have to make him substantially different so he's not just him.
Have you heard, I think it's Paul F. Tompkins and Drew Tarver, who do They were on Comedy Bang Bang, and they essentially, I mean, they are doing Mike, and they're talking like this. I can't do it without my granddaughter. We have not without my granddaughter. It's for my granddaughter. And they'll come on and do it at the same time.
That's
and
adorable.
It's so funny. And I forget exactly what their names are, but it's some play on Ermintrout or something like that.
That's
really
smart.
funny. Yeah.
I
Without my granddaughter. I got to do it for my granddaughter.
My favorite Mike impression is when Better Call Saul was airing every week. I would get together with Matt and Ryan, and we would get Buffalo Wild Wings and watch Better Call Saul together.
Uh-huh.
It was great, but I can't watch the episode where he's doing that really excellent monologue about his son anymore because Ryan would constantly do an impression of "I broke my boy," and now every time I see it, I think about Ryan doing it.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
God, Jonathan Banks is such a fucking treasure.
He's the best. And young Jonathan Banks, when he's all mean, like, oh.
I love that he's bald, but he looks like he's wearing a bald cap on top of being bald. Why is his head like that?
The weariest actor in show business, and it fucking rules every time.
Yeah.
Everything is just like a, okay, I'm gonna do
All
this.
right, Walter.
Oh, it's the truly, truly great stuff.
I was rewatching. I don't know. I was rewatching a bunch of scenes because it's great when you're like, I need to stop writing this character who's Mike Ehrmantraut. So I'm just gonna watch every single scene of him because people on YouTube are like, every Mike scene. It's like, well, yeah, of course I'm gonna watch that. But man, he really should have just shot Walter like multiple times. The fact that Breaking Bad spoilers, the fact that Walt kills Mike, especially after Better Call Saul, is like, fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
You are the worst.
And
You are
then
the
it's like, oh,
character
I realized I
hate
could have
most.
gotten the information another way. It was
Yeah.
literally, so great. What do you think? What Mike scene from Better Call Saul do I watch the most? And I do watch it like maybe once a month.
Ooh. What are? Because I just watched all these scenes and they're all running together. I was going to say Squat Cobbler, but
it's an
that's
early
a Jimmy
one.
scene.
It's an early-ish one.
Which not enough stickers, is it?
It's Pimento. It's in the parking garage with Mark Broch.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Yeah. And Trevor from GTA.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's also the one that I watched the most. And so my brain omitted it.
It's the best. Oh,
when he like
got
waggles
here?
the gun, guy like you, you
Yeah.
got an ankle holster.
And he picks up the sandwich. Oh,
Yeah. Very violently.
it's so great.
You can make it not so easy.
Yeah. Oh, you could make it not so easy. Yeah.
It's so good. He's so fantastic. Because
And
you
that
can
is what
really...
the throat punch. It's so it's immediately
it's so
gratifying.
loud.
Yes.
And then he's like choking the rest of the
the
scene.
rest of the thing. It's
What was I going to say? I was explaining to someone who has seen Better Call Saul, but not Breaking Bad past like the first season and a half, and who watched all of Better Call Saul before. And
This
I was
person
trying.
exists. Wow.
They do.
What a magical person.
They really are. But I was explaining that like you can see them find the stuff in Breaking Bad that they really like and then elaborate on into Better Call Saul. And like the first time you see Mike when he goes to Chow and he's like killing all the hitmen in the building, you can really feel that like when they did that, they knew they had something. I mean, it's the same when the first time Mike shows up, because that was supposed to be Bob Odenkirk, but he had a shooting conflict. And that's the only reason Mike even got introduced as a character.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing. And it's so perfect. That scene wouldn't have worked if it was Saul.
Yeah.
It only works because it's Mike, and here's him being hyper competent. And then later when they do when he's, you know, killing a bunch of people to get to Chow and then shoots him through the hand and is like, she's gonna need her shoe.
Yeah. Such a great line. Yeah.
I love it. But you really feel something cooking there that they hit on it and then they run with it. And same with like the cons sort of things that happen
cons
later.
are always great. Yeah.
And then in Better Call Saul, it's just cons. Oops, all cons.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
Anyway, we should
love the final Patrick Fabian scene with the photographs in the, the arbitration.
I was just watching that. Yeah.
It's so great.
He's fantastic.
Oh,
He's so good. The arc that he takes over that show.
yeah. What a hateful character, or hateable, I guess. But at the end, he's such a victim at the end.
But he's in a show with Chuck McGill.
Yes.
Who is even hateabler.
Yeah.
Hamlindigo Blue. I know we wanted to keep this one short, so do we want to keep talking about Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, or we could just do abbreviated segments?
What we can do, I think we can do full segments. I will say one more thing about Better Call Saul. The other one, probably the scene I watch the most, is the chicanery scene in the courtroom.
Hard not to.
This chicanery? Oh, he's so great.
Have you seen the meme videos and the remixes of it too, where they like put it to music?
No, but I will say there's
I'll
a fundamental physics error in that scene that makes it fucks it up for me, because the battery by itself shouldn't be emitting EM radiation, right? So it's just a battery. It's not conducting electricity. It's just a inert battery.
But he has a problem even if phones are off in his,
Yeah, well, it's clear that, maybe this is the point, that it's just a mental thing, but he's smart enough to know that if you take a cell and you put it in your pocket, it's not conducting electricity. There's no EM going through, there's no electromagnetic field because there's no current. So are we to believe that Charles McGill doesn't understand basic electrodynamics, Leighton?
Not our Charles McGill.
He's never learned Kirchhoff's rules?
Not precious Chuck McGill.
Not my Jimmy.
Ever since he was 9, always the same. I could go on another 2 hours about this shit, which I did the other night to a mutual friend.
Yeah, our mutual friend. Well, okay, let's move on to segments.
Yes,
this month, just a little behind the curtains. For your listeners, this is an insane month for me, so we're trying to keep these episodes a little shorter so I don't have to edit forever.
A not as insane, but also for my standards, insane month for me.
Yes, also insane. So this is our first segment. This is our pop culture recommendation segment, which feels like it's been a while since we've done. This is where you get to recommend a book, movie, video game, whatever you've been enjoying recently. It's called What's Poppin', and the theme song gets inserted in post. So, Leighton, you're not going to hear it right now, but I suspect you may have heard it before. And that theme song goes here.
What's poppin'?
What's poppin'? Great. Leighton, what's poppin'?
I thought you were going to ask me what I thought of it.
I don't care.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that. Mm-hmm. Do you get weirded out when you hear it and it's not at 2 times speed?
Always.
Yeah. Every time I hear it at normal speed, I'm like, so slow.
I edit at 30% speed.
Nice.
So that's what I usually hear when I edit. And I typically, once the show's up, I usually don't listen to it unless it's a really good one.
Yeah, that's bad book clubs for me and certain guests.
Yes. Anyway, are you refusing to answer the question?
No, I'm not pleading the fifth. I'm answering the question.
Right.
What's poppin' for me is the book The Stepford Wives by Ira Levin. It is. This is the book a while ago. I think my lemon was like, what's the deal with classics where the introduction spoils the twist in the first line of the introduction, which this copy of Stepford does. Not that I didn't already know. I just was offended at the principle of it.
Yes.
Anyway, I finally got past that and I read it, and it's fantastic. It's super it's really funny too. Oh, and it's so short. It's such a quick read, really incisive and really bizarrely feminist too. So I highly recommend it if you guys want a quick, funny / terrifying read. It's great. And I need to watch the movies because both of them sound appealing to me. That's what's popping for me. What's popping for you?
Great. Well, I guess I can say, I'll say the obvious one. We talked about this on a mini, but I'll just say it. Everyone's fucking talking about it, so it's such a cheap thing to say. I enjoyed one battle after another. I went to see it with Jory and Glorious Vistavision.
Yeah.
I didn't talk about it on the main feed here, but it's it's PTA. It's great. Great score. Great acting. Not a DiCaprio guy, as we discussed, but it is well worth your time, as everything Paul Thomas Anderson does is.
Yeah. You said it's not a top 5 for him, but you still really liked it.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Maybe it's definitely not top 3. Maybe it's top 5, but I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. But I still enjoyed it. Yep. And I highly recommend everyone go see it. I read one review which was like, so many films you see these days are not even movies. Like, what do you call this? Which is an actual cinematic experience in a way that very few films are these days, which I strongly agree with. If I may suggest a kind of double bill for a movie night, watch that, and then the second Doctor Strange movie, the Magic of My Madness, or whatever it's called,
the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, that one. That's then you've got, that's a 1-2 punch you just can't beat.
That's true. Yeah, that I watched that movie with Jory.
I remember that.
Aghast.
It's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
It's fucking horrible. Joey Gorp, getting ribboned. I forget what happens to him. Just that he deserves it.
Yeah. So yeah,
a thing that I remembered suddenly, that on our scumbag list, that I was trying to figure out who I looked like. And the
yes, we
moment
should address
we
this.
finished, I remembered. Folks at home, if you guessed in the episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the gang goes to Jersey Shore, Bobby, the guy who shows up and makes them smoke angel dust, you would be correct. And I also
right there
honestly
in front of our noses the whole time.
Can't believe that I remembered it, because that's such a, like, the question, I was like, good. What's something I've rewatched like a disgusting number of times because I know this is a character who shows up like for a second.
Yeah.
That was it.
Speaking of scumbags, I did see, I can't remember if it was a Patreon comment or on the Discord, someone mentioned the one on my list that I didn't read, which was Jay of Jay and Silent Bob. And I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot to say that one. But yeah, someone had the same instinct there.
Good.
All right.
Scumbag recognizes scumbag. And speaking of which, now it's time for our final segment, which is 3 parts gratitude exercise, 1 part petty grousing. The name of the segment is Peaches and Lemons, and the theme song goes right here at normal speed. But when you put it in, you should put it at like 2 times speed.
Okay, yeah.
For the listener.
Great.
Wow, what a great normal speeded theme song for this segment.
That's how it's always sounded.
We're each going to start with a lemon, which is a thing that is a minor bummer or annoyance. Brian, you go first.
This is a busy month for me, and my lemon is I am driving so fucking much. Oh my God, I'm driving all the time. I am driving to Vegas. I'm driving back from Vegas. I'm driving up to Northern California. I'm driving down to San Diego. I love the reasons I'm driving, but there's so much fucking time in the car that it's driving me insane. I am clearing through my podcasts, my backlog of podcasts, which I don't have much anyway. Also, now I have less, now that Mark Maron, as of today, put out his last show. So
really?
Yep, that's done. It's done,
wow,
done.
I had no idea.
So that'll save me 3 hours every week or whatever. But yeah, I'm just like, I'm sick of being in the fucking car. And even when I'm home.
Sorry, what I should have said was what the fuck.
Yeah, right. Yes, you should have. Even when I'm home, I'm driving all the time because I have to like take Audrey to appointments and I have to run errands and blah, blah. I'm spending so much fucking time in the car. It's just driving me nuts. That's my lemon.
I'm sorry that you get to go to all these cool places.
See, that's the thing, is it's not really a complaint because the reason is fucking dope. But.
No, but that's what lemons exist for it to be a petty complaint.
Yeah,
mine's maybe like more justifiable than mine.
Oh, like that Timothy Olyphant show. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Justifiable.
My lemon is that, I forget if I said it on a main feed or if I've just bitched about it on minis, but my sliding glass door spontaneously shattered. Ahem. 3 weeks ago.
Still not fixed?
Nothing.
How? This should be illegal.
Know. I just got not angry. I got like the email from the property manager being like, the owner wants to know how or why this occurred. And I responded in the nicest way possible, citing this is the result of normal wear and tear. Old glass in these buildings is known to do this. I would like an update, please, on when this is being fixed, because it's now been almost 3 weeks of broken glass all over my apartment and an inoperable door. So fucking please. Yeah. I am about to. Wow, that was some like real anger.
Yeah, I could tell
in my face there. I have a guest coming, and I have a fucking broken door. I've started a second job on top of my existing job, and I'm going to be slammed this month. And I have a guest coming who I'd like to enjoy my time with.
You're doing tummy time too?
I am doing tummy time.
Hell yeah!
But for more selective.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I don't roll out of bed with tummy exposed for less than 30,000.
That's in fact, people pay extra to see that. I tape it to my chest.
Yeah, but I'm making more. I'm doing less and making more. All right.
Couldn't disagree with that. Yeah.
It's going to rain tonight, so if my ceiling starts leaking,
this shit. Oh fuck!
Also, if I want to get on my balcony, I have to climb out my window and I have to walk around to get to my spot. If it's raining, it's my bed. I have to crawl over my bed. So
oh my God. What do you do? If I may make a suggestion, if you need to fix the roof, just jump off of it to get down. Just really hurl yourself off of it head first.
Oh, and additionally, the annoying news that I got at the beginning of this is because I want to go out of town with my friend who is coming to visit me. My person who agreed to watch my dog was like, actually, I can't.
No, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So I've got to figure that out.
Well, we can take your dog for a while if you need us to.
It would be amazing, but I was trying really hard to not ask you guys because she's a demon and you're super busy.
You know what? I guess that is true. I'm probably out of town for a lot of that. So
and I don't want to saddle your wife with...
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
We can be a fallback for you, of course.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Because I really thought this person was going to do it. And then they ghost me. And it's like very close to the time. Thankfully, nothing is booked yet. But it's very close to the time that this would have happened. So...
Yeah.
Anyway, there's too much happening. And I want to be able to enjoy the really, really good stuff that's happening right now. Of which there is that. But I'm so palpably fucking stressed out right now.
Yeah.
That's my lemon.
Cool. It's peach time.
It is peach time. Not tummy time.
Well, it's always tummy time. I will go first. This past weekend, I was in Las Vegas with my family because I had a show there on Thursday, and then Rachel and Audrey flew out on Friday despite a 3.5-hour flight delay from Burbank for a 45-minute flight because of weather, not shutdown related bullshit. Just it was
but Burbank is
and
crazy now.
It's like, so they had a big delay. So I got out there. We had such a great weekend, but the highlight, we did Meow Wolf again, did a lot of great shit.
You sent me a picture. Yeah.
Yes. Which I didn't acknowledge your very funny joke. I sent you a thing from Omega Mart and you were like, wow, more like Sigma Mart, which I thought was very good. But we were driving by the Virgin Hotel, which is where I do my Trey shows. And just as we're passing it on their big billboard outside, me.
Did you get a picture of it?
I didn't because I was driving, but Rachel and Audrey were in the car. And suddenly they're like, it's you, it's you, it's you. Audrey's like, daddy, 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 you're on the, And
that's amazing.
It was so fucking cool. And I was driving, so I couldn't really look, but, I could see the branding and like the edge of it. And I was like, what? I didn't know they were doing that.
Brian, I'm so happy for you. That makes me so glad.
Me too. And then Audrey
also,
was talking
sorry, it's
about
called the Virgin Hotel.
Yeah, Virgin Hotel and Casino.
The Virgin Trey Magnifique versus the Chad Brian.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. But Audrey was talking about this for like days.
Of course.
Yeah. She was thrilled. She couldn't believe it.
It got her over performatively hating you.
Yes. You're on a billboard in Las Vegas, Daddy. I know, honey. Yeah, it's really cool. So I want
someone to edit the ending of Showgirls where she's leaving town and it has Nomi Malone as goddess, but it's Brian White as Trey Magnifique. Please, thank you.
That's me. Peach number 2. Different tour every weekend this month. Let's see, we did Austin with Go Banana Go. Austin Kitty Limits was the stage we were on for Austin City Limits. Go Banana Go and Flula. So Jim and Flula and I went out to Austin, did our first ever live show together. That was great.
Aww.
Yeah, very fun. I've never been in backstage at a big festival before, and it was honestly, yeah, because NSP doesn't do festivals really. Like we've just never really tried to do it. It was really well done backstage. Like great food, good
Awesome,
drinks.
yeah.
Like the food was actually like really dialed in a way I was not expecting.
Wow.
Really nice, really nice. So yeah, Austin City Limits for Go Banana Go, Vegas for Très Magnifique. This week I'm on tour with Hasco Enjoyments, opening for Pinback. Then next week I'm going to a kid music thing in New York. Just different stuff constantly happening. And it feels like, you know, one of my main efforts of the last several years have been to build up other projects that are not Ninja Sex Party or Star Bomb. And it feels like a lot of these are really kind of coming into their own right now, which is a good feeling.
Love that.
And my final peach is, I guess you can't see it very well, but on that table right there, I'm playing around with my first effects pedal for a saxophone. So I'm going to try to do something. JP let me one. And I'm
Do you
going to
want to
try
borrow
to...
my effects pedals? Because I have like a shit ton of them that I don't use. And
Yeah,
they're like cool
potentially.
too. I have a Carcosa Fuzz that
that's
looks
fun.
exactly how it sounds. It's got
Wow.
the king in yellow on it.
That's awesome.
I have like a Juno reverb.
Though that's actually the main thing I want is good reverb, because normally I'm just at the mercy of the sound guy. So I want a dialed in reverb that I can use on the horn. So I'm playing around with this Chroma something.
Oh wait, you gotta. I forget the name. You do have.
Hold on, let
Can
me
you
look
show
at
it?
One second. It is a Chroma console.
Whoa, that's sick. I love that.
Yep. So this is just borrowing it for right now, but I am not a pedal guy. I've never really fucked with them, but it seems pretty easy to use. So I'm messing around with it.
Yeah, next time I see you, I'll bring you like all of my pedals.
Please. I'd love to mess around.
Because I would love to hear what you do with them.
For a technical reason, it was hard for me to use them before. The technical reason being Mike's using phantom power versus not. But now that I'm using a mic that doesn't need phantom power, my world is a lot better.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I love that. I can't wait to hear what you do.
Yeah, thanks. And those are my peaches. Layden.
My peaches are first peach, despite the stress of trying to prepare for this arrival, a friend is coming to stay, and we're going to go on a trip and do lots of fun stuff, and it's going to be fun. My second... Yeah, I was really specific with that. My second peach is that I'm going to be doing horror nights with Aaron and Susie soon. I will not specify when, but soon. And that's my favorite night of the year. So...
I heard you can choose wet or dry this year. Is that true?
Excuse me?
I was listening to someone talk about it, and they said you can pick wet or dry.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if that's for all, like... I have no secondary source on this. Might not be true, but I did hear someone talk about this.
I'm just going to save myself the trouble and not make the like 10 jokes that I want to make right now. So I'll refrain.
That's my secret. I'm always wet.
Yeah. It's dried up. It's fully desiccated and withered, like the pitiless sun over an expansive desert. And then my third peach is that, I have two jobs that I'm very grateful to have, outside of this podcast and outside of my analog to tummy time. They're, however, capital J jobs that I do for the money, baby. But I've been toiling on a passion project for a long time that I've been banging my head against, and over this past weekend, I fucking figured it out.
You did. And great.
I did. And the secret, I can't show it because it's behind me. Make the board. Make the act structure board. And I did that, and it's all coming together.
That's great.
And I think I can actually do this thing. This is the first time I'm feeling like this is not a waste of time, that I'm just jerking myself off about, like, I can do this. Cool. And it's going to be good, which is crazy for me. I wrote 7,000 words this weekend.
That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah. While also reading
your Sigma Mart joke.
Including reading multiple books. So yeah, I'm pretty cool.
You're a machine. Yeah.
I am. This machine, kills
this
my
machine
will
thrills
to live.
fascists.
I wouldn't really want it to.
Well, it's,
This
not
machine
in your
thrills
purview.
Antifa.
Have I told you about I think I am going to try to make this month. It's a piece of Très Magnifique merch. It's a sticker for an instrument case that in that handwritten font says, "This machine thrills jazz heads."
For all the heads out there.
Yeah.
All right. Can you make an alternate that says this machine thrills jizz heads? Or like just make the A ambiguous enough, because
Jizz
it could mean
head.
it could mean a variety of things.
What's a jizz head? Like, how define a person who is a jizz head? Just like someone who's really into different types, or
They're a connoisseur. I don't know, but I think it's
this is
worth
the
noting
question.
that the style of jazz in Star Wars
Oh, yes.
is called jizz.
I heard
so
that
it
they
could be someone.
canonized that. I heard that they did that.
I don't care.
But yes. But yes,
The
of
jizz
course.
heads know.
That's right. No, they play jizz. That's right. Yep.
Ah.
But who doesn't? Am I right?
Thanks everybody for tuning into this episode of Late at Night with Brian Wecht. Please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/late night for weekly minisodes, ad-free episodes, and video episodes for as low as $2 a month. The minisodes are the $5 tier. I fucked that up, but I feel like I was doing a good job until I said that.
You're doing great.
No, I'm not. See everybody next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Late Night is produced by Brian Wecht and Leighton Gray. Sign up for our Patreon at patreon.com/LeightonNight. Follow us on Twitter at LeightonNight, on Instagram at Leighton_night, or email us at leightonnight@gmail.com.